Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Craft and Chat today. Oh, and I see Miss Annie popped in. The thing jumped on me. Okay, so pardon the rooster because you always know he wants to be a part of Craft and Chat every Thursday. He's got a crow, and I realize now I have three roosters. I had four. We gave one to Tiffany and James, and but now I have three. So they're all in competition. We have the main top dog, and I guess he's teaching the other two how to crow. And so now the two little ones sound like Peter Brady, and it's actually quite funny to listen to it. But we'll say good morning to some folks. Butler Family Farm. I almost thought you were Belt Loop because you said sup, Ginger, and that's what Belt Loop always says. So, Heartland HQ with Dink and Tank. Good morning. You brought the coffee, and I brought the coffee. Joe Fix It for you. Miss Rena LaRue, good morning. She's Grammy Taxi servicing it this morning. Let's see. Joey said, special guest today. And Rena said, I wonder who. Inquiring minds want to know. She's in the basement, but she had to take a little bit of a pause for a call. Oh, let me turn this off real quick. Let's see. And there's lazy days ahead with Jesse and Lisa. Good morning, all you nothing people. Thanks, Jesse. He's such a silly one. Oh, and he's dropping links too. Mr. C is in. Thank you guys so much for dropping the links, Jesse and Joey. When you guys are in and doing that, I do very much appreciate it. There is Mud and Mascara. Hello, Miss Tiffany. And there is Annie. She's cuddled up and getting ready to go to bed. So we're going into fall and she's going into spring. I always have to keep that in my head because it's kind of backwards and it's crazy. So, yes, good morning. Good morning. Everybody's saying good morning to each other. I'm so excited. And there is Miss Glenda with Grace and Fire. She says good morning to everybody. Sean with Let's Trade Paint. Hey, how are you? I think did I see in last night in MT Homestead that you're going to Pinecone Fest? Because we're going to Pinecone Fest. So if so, we'll be able to meet you and that will be super awesome. Jesse's doing cock-a-doodle-doo. I know you can hear him. Well, he's taking a pause now, but I'm sure they'll get ramped up here in just a minute again. Jamie's Country Living. I have a friend mail package that's coming today from Jamie's Country Living. She was so sweet. She said, I'm sending you something. It's supposed to be there Thursday. So I'm going to check the tracking again and make sure because it was in Maryland yesterday, I think is where it said it was. And I was like, wow, if it gets here in one day, that's going to be amazing. So, but I'll check it and maybe go by there anyways. Oh, yes. Let's see. Annie said, what did she say, Ginger? I apologize for not getting my sauce video done today. I am completely forgot. I am so sorry. No, you are fine because some other lovely lady dropped a sauce video today unexpectedly, but I told her it was open and I just kind of wanted her to give her, some grace. Give her some grace and just say drop it whenever you can if you want to. If you don't, it is no problem. So she did drop Miss Glenda. She dropped a video today and it is brilliant. If you have not seen it, go watch it because it's going to give you a whole new idea. And I think it was so basic and why didn't I think of that? It's one of those, why didn't I think of that thing? So, anyways, yes, Party Pinecone Fest. I'm so excited. So is Joey. And then, of course, when we heard them say it's 3 weeks away, we were like, what? Huh? It's that close? Oh, gosh, we better get some stuff ready. So, anyways, so is my guest ready? Give me a thumbs up. She gave me a thumbs up. Okay, she's going to come up and we keep threatening to do this. So today on Craft and Chat, we are going to have Chick Talk.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. And everybody is saying hello to you in chat. And they're like,
Yes.
hey, and guess what? Here she is in person.
Yes. Hey, good morning.
Yes. And then we thought the roosters kind of kicked us off here, but we thought we'd do a little chicken talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because she has got an awesome setup. If you can sit out by your chicken coop and you don't smell anything, I applaud you 100% because I can't do that. So I thought maybe we'd talk a little bit about your setup and like your feeder and your water. Jesse is constantly sending me stuff for chicken ideas for chicken coops because he knows I'm new to chickens.
Yeah.
So he's so funny. He sends them to me through Instagram. He sends me reels. And it's so funny because I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a fantastic idea. And one of them I did, it was a piece of oh my gosh, not a downspout, a piece of gutter.
Oh,
you just put a piece of gutter, a long piece of gutter, and strap it to like either the wall or a backside somewhere. Obviously, they don't poop.
Right.
And then just fill the gutter with food. And I actually did it. And it has worked out so good. I have saved so much on them kicking food out and fixing it. So yes, PVC gutter. He's gonna correct me in the chat.
He's gonna keep it straight here.
He is. Hello, Suburban Hillbilly. She popped in too. Suburban Hillbilly probably does not want to hear about chickens.
No, I know. I feel so bad for her because it sounds like her neighbor's chickens are making a visit, and I think I would be having a visit with the owners.
Yes. And not just her, but her other neighbor farther down who then thought they were her chickens. So came for her like at 6:50 or 7:00 in the morning, met her in the driveway, and he's 6'6", 350, like, you're a rooster tried to get me. And she's like, pump your brakes, Buster. Yeah. That's not my rooster. And if you want to go over there and throttle it, you're welcome.
Your energy and go next door.
And just walk it on over one more house. So, yeah. So what do you have as far, well, first I'll ask, how many chickens do you have? Do you know?
Yeah, I do. I actually do know how many I have. So I have currently 8 laying hens. Okay. And I have 3 baby chicks. Well, they're pullets now. One of them will not be introduced to the flock. She is disabled and she's thriving. I know that's something that's controversial, but she wants to live, so we will not be putting her in with the flock. But the other 2 are already, we're working on that introduction currently. Yeah. And so we'll have 2 more added out there. So there'll be a grand total of 10 living outside in the chicken coop and runs that we've built.
Oh, nice. Awesome. Yeah. So you could take the one and do like Daz. You know, he had chicken. She was always with him in all his lives and everything.
Yeah, her name was Girl, and she was in the house. And that's kind of what's going to happen we've named her Hope.
Oh, I love that name.
Yeah. So she, we don't know exactly what happened with her. She came to us from the hatchery just fine, and then one day she couldn't get up and walk, and we could tell she was in pain. So I gave her 3 days to see if she would live. As you know, I don't like to rush to judgment, with my chickens. I like just make sure, see if I can do some supportive care and try to get them back up. And if not, we were going to put her down. We had made that full decision because I didn't want her suffering.
Yeah.
And she did a complete 360. And the only thing is she cannot walk. So as funny as it is, we have a wheelchair that we've made out of PVC pipe. And she is a hoot. She's ever so sweet and kind. And she is trying to get up and stand. So I found a video where you can take a pool noodle and just like slice it and
Um,
make like chicken shoes to kind of support their feet and then their, the bottoms and try to get them up. So I'm going to be working with trying to get her up because she
yeah.
really wants to. She
To
wants to
walk.
stand and walk. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So she's got drive. So quite a little girl.
He's like, I'm not giving up. You named me Hope for a reason. I am not giving up. That is so awesome. Now, have you done a short on the chicken wheelchair? Because I would love to see that.
No, I have been a little bit scared because I know people, it's a love hate with why would you keep a disabled chicken? So I haven't put her out there yet, but I need
Yeah.
to because there isn't a lot of resources out there for people who do have disabled chickens. Um,
Yeah.
I have tapped into a community and I found somebody who even makes chicken diapers.
Oh,
So,
I have heard of those because I threatened my chicken that was my favorite chicken that now identifies as a rooster.
uh-oh.
Yeah. So I was gonna bring what I thought it was a her. I was gonna bring her up here on the porch with me and just have her hang out because he just follows me around. I
Oh,
mean, when I'm at the gate, as soon as I hit the gate in the morning, he is the first one right there. And he still talks to me. And yeah, and we chat in the morning, but he's grown quite a bit larger.
cool.
And then now he's got the red on the top. He's getting the little red down here, and he is really finding his voice.
Oh, I
Um,
bet he is beautiful too.
he is, and he's got those green feathers in the back now that
Oh,
they've come out.
yep, his
Um,
saddle feathers. Uh-huh.
and he's got like orange and brown, so many different fall colors. He's the perfect fall chicken or
Oh,
rooster, excuse me.
beautiful.
He's a rooster now. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that.
Oh, good. Yeah, there's a friend of mine has some roosters up on their farm that I go take care of. So they have a few flocks of chickens. They have different, they have like their original flock, and then they adopted a flock, and
Mhm.
then now they're adding silkies. So they have three different flocks up there. And
Mm,
in the ones that they adopted, there's a rooster, and he is a Rhode Island Red. And I've heard horrible things about Rhode Island Red chickens, but
yes.
this particular rooster, if I were to have one, it would be him because he is, I call him Mr. Lover. He will not chase me. He doesn't peck at me. He doesn't try to, get at me. Of course, that's their job is to protect their flock. So it doesn't offend
Yes.
me. I get it. But
Yeah.
this little gentleman, I call him Mr. Lover.
Oh,
He's such a sweet boy. And I do pick him up and love on him. He's a good boy.
that's awesome. So you have no roosters?
I don't. So
No?
this all started back in 2020, and
Uh-huh.
not because of anything that was going on in the world. Not It was not even
Oh,
related.
nothing to do with the eggs, the
No,
giant egg shortage?
not a thing. Not a
Oh,
thing. Not a,
okay.
so in January 2020, my neighbors came down. I live next to this farm. I live in the city, and they said, "Glenda, would you like chickens?" And I said, "It's been a dream of mine. I was a military spouse. You couldn't have them on military installations. And now I'm in a city that doesn't allow chickens.
Oh,
Not at all. They're banned." But it's so funny because it's a rural, I would say it's more like a town, a little town,
yeah.
very rural. But we live in the city, and the city,
Yeah.
bans them. And I said, "I can't have them." And they said, "Well, Glenda, there's this path that we cannot get our farm equipment around.
Mhm.
It does a curve,
Yeah.
and it's right up against your property.
Yeah.
Put them right here."
Yeah.
So we measured out literally off my house, 15 feet off my house, literally is where my chicken coop is at.
Yeah.
13 feet off my house is the county line.
Nice. So
That's
you
how,
found a loophole.
yeah. And I have been turned in to the city, and the code enforcer, my sister used to be the mayor's secretary. So I went up there, took her some eggs, and that's how I found out I had been turned in. And the code enforcer said, "I saw where your chicken coop is at." And he said, "You're good." He said, "But I'd like to know how you built your coop and your run." He lives in a different place, and he goes, "My
Yeah.
wife is driving me crazy for chickens." So,
Yeah. When you have code enforcement admiring your chicken setup, you've done a pretty good job, I would
yes,
say, for
yeah.
sure.
And we built everything that
Did
we've
you?
got. We built from scratch up. My husband and I are both woodworkers. I have encouraged him to get back into woodworking. He gave it up because of his brain injury. So
No.
um, he's not watching. Anybody, do not tell him. But I knew how to do woodworking when I was much younger. My grandfather taught me, but I've had to like go, teach me.
Mm-mm. And make him feel good. Well, I do. Let me pause for just a second because
Yeah.
Rena LaRue said, "Can you introduce your guest? I'm not familiar with her."
Oh,
I do. I thought everybody in chat knew her.
that's
So,
so
well, you know what? Let me change it to this setup,
that's
and
fine.
then, well, I don't know why it doesn't show our names.
I don't remember signing in with my name, so I don't know if it showed up or not. Well, for those who don't know, my name is Glenda, and I'm from Grace and Fire,
Yes.
and I am a crazy chicken mom, and I've been an urban homesteader since 2011. So,
And
yeah.
she has an amazing setup. She has had, oh, and I think Jesse just dropped your link. So
Yes.
if you haven't connected with Glenda or her husband, Sir Grace, is what
Yes.
we call him. And Glenda is also known as Mrs. Doubtfire
Yes.
sometimes.
Yes, that's the name that Jesse had given me, and it sounds bad, but it's I love the name. It's
Yes.
I
No,
laugh.
no, no, no. I mean, Mrs. Doubtfire, I always think of the sweetest thoughts. So
Yeah,
I love that that's your nickname. So,
yeah, I love it.
oh, I guess Jamie wasn't familiar with you either. Jamie's Country Living. Yes. So, yeah, you have to go and connect with Glenda with Grace and Fire. She is, again, like she said, she's a military spouse. Her husband is um, military disabled,
He's a wounded warrior.
wounded warrior. Yeah. So she is very pro military,
Mhm.
which I love that about you because I am the same way
Yes,
with
you're a
my
military mom.
family. Yes, yes, I am kind of, and a military daughter, a
Yeah.
military sister. I have a brother that was in the Marines. My dad was in the Air Force. So yeah, and he lost, I think we've talked about this before. My dad was in the Air Force and he was on the ground beside the planes when as they were taking off before they knew how much damage they would do to their hearing.
Oh,
And
yeah.
no ear protection, just this was all he did, you know. So he
Yeah.
had a great amount of hearing loss because of that.
Mhm.
So, but anyways, but that's kind of that's not all Glenda is about,
No,
because she is the crazy chicken lady too, and she has
exactly.
chickens and an awesome chicken setup. So that's why I wanted her to come on and kind of give us a rundown of what she does and how she keeps everything what she has and how she keeps it so clean. But I do see that Christine Miss Gillum Farms has popped in. She said, "We love our Mrs.
Oh, I love Christine too.
Doubtfire."
Thank you. It's so nice to meet so many people too.
So Jesse is telling me go to the brand section on the right and turn on names.
Oh, yes.
Well, I don't see brand.
So that's gonna be, on the right-hand side. I can't see it where I'm at because I'm a guest, but,
Is that like under present?
no,
No.
no, no, don't, not at the bottom, but on the
Ooh,
right, kinda
oh,
like where the
oh,
chat would be at,
oh,
up in
oh,
yeah,
there
that's
we
where
go.
yeah,
Okay. I see it and display name.
there we
There we
go.
go.
Yay! Oh, and
Thank
it popped up.
you. Yes. So that is awesome. Yay. Okay. So back to what we were saying. Now that we got that, Jesse, you learn me something every day. I'm telling you.
Yes, he is the Modfather.
He is
We
for a
love him.
reason. He's the mod father for a reason.
That's it.
Okay, so you have this wonderful. Oh, now I've turned my comments so I can't see them. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no, go
He said your other right, sister.
ahead.
because I went to the bottom. Good.
It's okay. We got it worked out.
Yeah, you guys know what I was talking about. I
Yes,
do see
yes.
Treasure Woman has come in. Good afternoon. Thank you for popping in. So this is Glenda from Grace and Fire. As you see that now that I've got the bubbles at the bottom,
Yeah.
welcome in. I see also that Angela, the Inquisitive Farm Wife, has come in this morning. So, and I think she has some chickens too. I
Oh,
know.
wonderful.
Yes. So you and Sir Grace built your chicken coop
Yes.
together.
Yes. It was
Okay.
our when everything was stopped in our world, like
Yes.
that was our project.
Yeah.
So,
And that's awesome. And you didn't have any chickens before then.
nope, never had
Nope.
experience, never other than just help when I would go up to the farm and help them out with their
Yeah.
farm. That was
Yeah.
my only experience.
So you were like one of those farm babysitters that
I
you can
still
get.
am. Mhm.
Yeah, when people go out of town, you can hire a farm sitter.
Well, this particular farm, I refuse to take a penny from them because I love going up to the farm and it fills my cup. So I'm like,
Oh,
that's my payment to be able to be
yes.
with all the farm animals and they have different kinds too and they all have their own little personalities and
Don't
I
you just
love
love
it.
that?
I just I could eat it up and I tell them every time this is spoiled land. You come
Yeah.
up here and everybody's so happy and it's just nice. Life happens. There's death on the farm. There's injuries. There's illnesses. I
Yes.
don't want to like sugarcoat that, but
Yeah.
these animals are so well loved and so well taken care of, and
Yeah.
I love it. I love
Oh,
it.
that's awesome. That's so that was that your first like one-on-one with chickens and then you were like, "Okay, I've always wanted them, but now it is a must in my life. I
Yeah,
must have
I actually always wanted them, but because of Sir Grace's military service, as I like to laugh, you
them."
can't have them on a military installation, and you
Nah,
can't
probably not.
travel internationally with chickens. I mean, I have my jokes about it. Like we should have could have had chickens, and we could have had all different kinds of ranks and put little uniforms on them, and
Oh my gosh, what a great idea.
you know, and I mean, I get silly with all that, but
Now they know the pecking order within, but for any of the onlookers, here you
yeah,
go. This is the general
yes, yes.
of
Here's the
all.
4-star general, and
Yes.
here's the
That
chief
would be
master
absolutely
sergeant, and
that would be hysterical. I would
here's the
love
airman basic.
that. Yeah. And here's the grunts over here.
Yes, yes. It's all the way
Oh,
it goes. But yeah,
goodness. That's neat. So that got you kind of farm sitting got you you're like, okay, this is really and then the other with the neighbors coming down and offering, that just kind of everything fell completely into place for the chickens for you.
it did, and it's been such a ride, and that I it's so rich and so fun. I never quite knew exactly how like their personalities. You get to know. I have laying hens, so
Mm,
I don't have meat birds. I have laying hens,
yeah.
and you get to know your chickens well, and each of them have a personality, and they
Mhm.
each have a story. Um, but in 2020, when I ordered my chickens, I ordered them from Meyer Hatchery, and
Uh-huh.
I ordered 9 chicks. And what I was told was, so for a new chicken keeper, and this is where I come in with advice. I
Uh-huh.
was told, think about how many chickens you want, how many eggs do you want,
Mhm.
and then add 2 baby chicks because you might lose some.
Mhm.
Okay. And then when I went to Meyer Hatchery's website, I don't know if they still do it, but at the time they did this thing called a meal maker. And in my brain, I'm thinking that's food. Meal maker.
Yes.
Hit the free button. Yes, free. Okay, so I wanted 6. I added 2 in case I lost a couple. I hit
Yeah.
meal maker. I got 9 chicks. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Meal Maker is their program where you donate either the meat of the bird or the eggs to somebody in need. It's their Pay It Forward program, and I didn't
Oh.
know it, but I donate my eggs anyhow.
Uh-huh.
I have extra, so it worked out.
Yeah.
So my advice though is when you build your coop or you buy a coop,
Uh-huh.
don't fill it up the first year.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Yeah. Don't go all in with like 20 chickens. Try
No,
not to do that right off the bat.
yeah,
Yeah.
because chicken math really is a thing. I want
That's what Christine said. Chicken math is for real.
It is a thing, and
Yeah.
I'm sitting here going, "Okay, well, not in a way that I'm glad, but I only am gonna be introducing 2 chicks to the or 2 pullets to the flock now because 'cause they're
Yeah.
older.
Yeah.
So I will have room in that coop. If I had that
Yes.
3rd one, it was kinda like, "Do we need to build another one?" You know?
Yeah, it's getting a little space is getting a little tight. We might need to add an addition onto this house.
Yeah, yeah. We got our plans from Etsy is where we got our plans, and we
Wow.
actually built it's a 4 by 5 coop,
Okay.
and it's a cute little white house, um, and it was very easy to build. I would do it
Yeah.
again, except for I would get the plans for the bigger one.
Okay.
Go bigger.
Yeah.
Go bigger. Just
Yes.
take my word on that one. And then we got our plans for the run, which we should have built higher. We've made mistakes. Uh,
Yes.
from April Wilkerson, which has amazing plans, but we should have gone bigger in hindsight
Yeah.
and adjusted that.
But you don't know when you're in it. You're, like, not thinking of that, and I completely understand because we had ours in one area, and then we thought, "Mm, this is not gonna work out because everybody's getting a little bigger." Because yeah, we're gonna need more room. Annie with, our urban homestead wanted to know, do you also grow veggies, etcetera?
Yeah, actually, that's how I started urban homesteading. I have a huge garden and I've been canning and preserving what I grow since 2011. So
Yeah.
that's actually how it started. And I'm not in the country. Like I said, I'm in the city, so it's all urban, but I have a 40 by 30 plot of land
Mhm.
that I can garden in.
And that's awesome, but you have had a bumper crop of tomatoes this year.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
She's
the truth be known, I had 63 tomato plants. I'm not going to lie. And it's kinda like, well, it could be worse things that I'm growing, it could be
Mhm.
worse things I'm into, tomato plant,
Yes.
okay.
But it's kinda like the chicken, like you were saying about the chicken, the baby chick. I
Yeah,
mean, when you see all of you plant more seedlings than you think because you think, well, some are not gonna germinate and then, some are gonna die real soon, early. And then when they all germinate, you're like, "Okay, now what do I do with all these?"
I know, I keep passing out, "Please take, please take, please take,
Yes,
please take."
yes, yes. But that's so good because, in the seasons of our life, just like our gardens, you can have an overabundance this year and next year the hornworms may, knock it out. But you've got so much this year that you could possibly carry yourself through to the following season. So,
Actually, for 25 years. I have a freeze dryer,
yeah,
so
25 plus. She said,
25,
I
so
got it down. Yeah,
yeah,
if you have not seen her Saucy September video today, I encourage you, I know I said it in the beginning, I encourage you to go watch it because she has an absolutely brilliant idea, which again, I didn't think about doing that, post making it.
yeah.
But and I'm talking in code here for
No,
people.
yeah,
I don't
no.
wanna spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it.
No, and the thing though is that it was because of these 63 tomato plants that I landed on this idea because I'm
You
going, I have way too much. And so I did not only that one, but I did and I've done a couple of them now. So that was actually it's been a really cool idea.
Oh, wow. So you've got that jar filled up now.
Well, no, I did a different variety.
Oh,
So
okay.
I
How
did
was
one
that recipe that you found, the old-timey one?
it was really good.
Was it?
Yeah, but I'll have to be honest with you. I prefer the one that I make now from a current book
Okay.
a little bit more. It's got a little bit more of, like, a sweetness to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not it just needs a little.
Yeah.
But the other one, maybe a little bit on the tart side, if that makes sense, and so
Yes.
but it's good. I just doctor it up, the powder, the way
Yeah.
I like, and just
Yeah.
add everything. But I did this is not on the video, but I did a I did a taco sauce too.
Oh,
Oh, I
was
should have
that
shared
your
that video, like, but
yeah.
I had done that one first, so I didn't even know about the collab at that time.
Yeah.
But my
You know,
husband
that's amazing because people do their own powdered mixes all the time, but I haven't seen anybody put out a taco sauce video. Maybe we will in Saucy September, I don't know, but
yeah, next year, and I might share my recipe because it's
yes,
really, really good. Yeah, my
that
husband
sounds
has
good.
some
We
clips.
do have some more people that have come in Homestead in the Wood with D. I'm sorry, I'm very far behind, guys. Because Glenda and I both are chatters. So we get on it and we get going. Yeah, Homestead in the Wood with D. Scott is in here
Hey,
with Rambling with the
Scott!
Brums. So am I saying that right? It is
Brooms,
Rambling with the Brums.
brooms, I believe. I've heard
Brooms.
he can correct me in a couple of days.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, yeah, when you do a live
Do a live with
in a
somebody.
couple of days, you can say this is the correct pronunciation so
Yeah.
we'll all know.
Yes,
Because I've heard it both ways.
yes, yes.
Let's see. April Wilkerson's raised bed gardens make me drool. Are
Oh,
you
yes.
I'm not familiar with those. I'm gonna have to write that down because I've been writing down some of the stuff you've said so far
Yeah.
as well too about your coop. And I know I am limited with your time because you have something that follows this that you have to go do outside your home. So I want to make sure that Thunderstick Homestead is in here as well. I want to make sure that we do get to talk about your coop. So you built your coop. It's
Yeah,
4x5. Did
yes.
you enlarge it from that, or that's what you've stayed with? That's accommodating the 8 plus the 2 that are coming in.
Nope, we left it. The only thing we did is that we lifted up off the ground, so there is space that the girls can go up underneath. So
Uh-huh.
we raised it with 4x4s up. So you want to think up, like if you don't have enough width, you want to think up, right?
Right.
Everything.
Right. Give
So
them some places to stand and go.
right, or some room for them to have extra space. What
Mhm.
raising that coop up off the ground, not only does it help with predators, but we have a sand area that the girls will go dust bathe underneath of it, and
Mhm.
they love that little extra space. It's been really nice, and then we predator proof the bottom of it, so I don't have to worry about them getting out or anything getting in. We
Yeah.
and
Okay.
we use, 1/4 inch, hardware cloth.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
So
so that don't use chicken wire to protect your chickens if you have raccoons, because they
oh,
will be able to reach through and
you
pluck them
snatch
out.
them back out? Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
yes.
seen some pretty crafty raccoons.
Mhm.
Um, they're very smart.
Yes.
And yeah, they can get in just about anywhere because they actually have like hands. So
Mhm.
they'll pull things apart. I see that Johnny has come in
Hey,
with
Joanne.
Gillum Farms. I mean, I'm sorry, not AP. AR Patriot Nation. I was trying to put the words together. Sorry, I'm bad about that. I like to merge words, people. Joy Stewart. Um, so yes, I'm sorry. And if I've missed anybody, please forgive me. I see that Jamie said that my package is in Jasper, Georgia. So that's actually really good. It went from Maryland to Georgia in overnight. That's crazy. And Jesse dropped your link for
Oh,
your
thank
Saucy September video. Um, Jamie said my last coop, my latest coop has a concrete floor.
That's smart too. Very
Yeah,
smart. 'Cause
is that
yeah,
as
because
far as
if you have a wooden floor, predators can go up underneath
okay?
and enter into the coop, and with that, concrete, that stops that and that protects them. So, yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's really smart.
I didn't ever think about putting that, which we don't have like any concrete pads or anything.
Oh yeah.
But I was thinking, about the concrete. Don't they like to dig a lot? But so concrete is still okay for them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. I'll
Yeah.
remember that because I would have turned away from that just from thinking, well, they can't scratch or anything like that.
No,
Uh,
you could just still put your bedding down on the ground. It just what it's doing is so if you live in a hot environment, that concrete's gonna also keep it cool, you know,
yeah.
for them.
Oh,
But then when it also protects the predators, but you still put your bedding down of choice, whatever you're using, put that down. Yeah.
yeah. Mr. C said, I seen a raccoon rebuild a Chevy
Ah,
350. He's
Mr.
always got the
C.
jokes. Yes, they usually come with carp involved sometimes, but this one didn't.
Yeah.
Thunderstick said, "Be careful introducing two chicks to established flock. I try to introduce at least 10 at a time just to make it an even fight." No,
Yeah.
I get that because the rooster that we gave Tiffany, um, there's a mother hen that she has up there, and she has 8 chicks, and they've gotten big now.
Mm.
And I will tell you, she is teaching them everything to do. She teaches them to hop along here, hop up on this, and they follow her like the Partridge Family. I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
I love that.
And they put Samson, the rooster, in there, and she has started like nailing him constantly. The mother has.
Yeah.
And now the babies are doing it too.
Yeah.
So it's like he's got 9 chicks coming at him and not in a good way. So he
Oh,
is not a happy camper.
no. No.
So she's kind of separated him back again, I guess, to introduce him. She tried, Johnny said when he does introduction of chicks to a flock,
Mhm.
he will just go in there and at night when they've all gotten up on their roosts, he'll
Yeah.
go in there and slide the new one on the roost. And then he said it's like they wake up in the morning and go, "Oh, okay, you must have been here the whole time. I didn't even know it." And
Yeah.
it works out much better.
Oh,
But
that's fantastic.
Tiffany did try that with the rooster and it didn't work out.
Oh,
So
so what I'm doing with my I'm keeping my chicks on their well, they're pullets now, but I'm keeping them on the chick starter until they're 4 months old, just to make sure that they have all of the nutrients that they need, and that will be until the end of October. We have 2 runs. We have a small run, the original run, because we didn't build
yes,
it big enough,
yeah.
okay? And then we built on and made a bigger run. So we took the big run and we sectioned off a section with some leftover fencing, and then
Uh-huh.
I hung feed bags at the top to keep them from flying over.
Yeah.
But they are right now, like, with each other, they can see each other, they can get their squabbles out. I've
Yeah.
and kinda it's that introduction. And
Yeah.
so, I take their food out to them, we take their water out, it's all completely separate. I still have to train them onto the feeders with the big hens. We have a grandpa's feeder is what I have.
Mhm.
Um, but, so right now they're just using the dishes. So
Okay.
they do squabble through it, and then I do have a hen that is trying to teach them. We do put them together, but under supervision. I will
Yeah.
not leave my babies because there is 2. We were gonna have 3, but we have 2. Uh,
Yeah.
and so there is some of the pecking order that is going on, but we have done this so slowly,
Yeah.
that it's been pretty good. I have one girl that's beaten up on the babies, and I have to
Yeah.
watch her a little bit, but
Yeah.
she is also the lowest in the big hen's pecking order. It's usually
Ah,
what happens because the lowest will go after the newbies to try to
yeah.
establish pecking order.
Yes.
So that's what we're dealing with her, but this has been a very slow introduction because yeah, I agree, have more chicks to introduce.
Yes.
I absolutely agree with that statement. However, in my situation, I can't.
Yeah.
So we're doing the best that we can with
Yeah.
with
That's
it.
all that's what you ended up with. So
Yeah,
that's all you
yeah,
have to introduce. Yeah.
right. And so at night we use a pop-up puppy playpan. We bought an extra large. It was our brooder. It
Yeah.
folds up into a little thing and I can tuck it away and use it for a hospital if I need to. But at night, the girls go in there because I'm not going to build another coop.
Yeah.
We're going to hang on.
Yeah.
So at night, they just go into my garage, and then in the morning, they go back out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, you won't ever, because Sir Grace is retired.
Yep.
You won't ever have to move again. So
Right.
you build on to your existing coop and not worry about, hey, we might have to move here or there. You're in your forever home now. Well, I mean, in your mind.
In our current, now I will say there is a property I've got my eyes on, but it's not going to happen right now. And the people want to sell the house to me. So we'll see in 10 years down the road. So if we move, I don't want to, but it would be just this one house. And we know that it would be in the county. I can have all the chickens I want.
Oh, that would, and I'm sure you would. Maybe there's a reason that you're limited right now.
Yeah.
You would be
who is it? Just from Roots and Refuge. I'm going to butcher the way that she says it, but it's along the lines of, grow and learn with where you're at.
Yes.
And that's what I'm doing. And and if I get that opportunity to make that move, great. If I don't, I'm happy where I'm at. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah. I agree with you 100% and her on that. The land, the property, the animals, they will all teach you the lessons that you need to learn, whether you're paying attention or not, but you will learn your lessons.
You do.
I mean, and you take it with a grain of salt, hey, okay, I didn't know what I was doing, but guess what? The land has taught me what it wants to do or what it wants me to do. So you actually, just like I say, you have to listen to your plants.
Yeah.
You have to listen to everything else too.
Yeah, you do.
Yes. I did not say hello to Katie's Kitchen. Katie, you came in and I am so sorry I missed you, but I did throw your comment up there. She said, I've seen people paint in, she put an addendum, a couple of comments down. People paint the hardware cloth with black paint, which makes it easier to see inside the coop for some odd reason. And that is crazy, but wow. Did you? Okay, that's awesome.
And it puts a seal on it too, because it's metal, so you're painting it, so it adds a little bit of a seal to it as well. But it makes it so easy to look right through that.
Yeah.
And I use brown, not black, because that's what I had on hand.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's another thing. That's kind of what our coop is made of, what was here. We want to put it together, and it's
use what you've got.
It's not straight. It goes a little and then it goes out a little bit. And it's kind of a weird shape, but again, we enlarged it. And when we did, we used what was here, and everybody was so happy to have just a little bit of room, a little bit more room. They could care less that it is a funky shape.
I don't think that they're calling for Joanna Gaines to come build their coop and have the lighting and
exactly. All the accents of all the decor. Yeah, you're not going to get that here, people. This is a real homestead.
No.
So, what is it that you use? Because you said something about a grandpa water. So,
a grandpa feeder. It's grandpa feeder. So, and when I share this, I want to make sure that I'm not affiliated with this company, but I would only go with the brand, and they are pricey, but it's called a Grandpa's Feeder. I wouldn't go cheaper. You can find these sometimes on eBay cheaper. You can find them in auctions. So, keep that in mind when you look at the price. So essentially what it is it's a treadle feeder. And so what they do is they step on it and it opens up the food container and they can go right in and eat. It helps eliminate that, like what you were talking about, getting that mess everywhere where they're scratching and it's wasting.
Yes.
It also solves the issue of mice getting into it.
Okay.
So I don't have to worry about something else. You okay?
Yeah, I know. I just, did that with my elbow. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm thinking, ouch.
It wasn't ouch. It kind of stretched it. It stretched my elbow a little.
Oh, But so, and it also keeps the water out too. So I don't, if it rains, I don't have to worry about it. And
Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah.
yeah, they are pricey though. And
Yeah.
I I know that this is not for everybody, and but this is what worked for us, and it has helped us save so much money and feed. And it wasn't hard to train the girls. There's a little training, like you just put a bolt in and just kind of like slowly train the girls on how to do it.
Yeah.
So I'll be
Yeah.
training the new girls on it at some point.
Mm.
But it's
So for the chicks now, you just have the little tube thing with the tray in the bottom that you fill up. That's no?
no, I use a little pan. I went to the Dollar
Oh,
Tree and I bought a little, just a little one, because
yeah. Okay.
I'm not
Just
above going to the Dollar Tree to get me a $1.25 container.
no, me either. And I'm thinking there's 10 of them. There's only 2 of them. So you
Yeah, there's
just
only
need
2,
something
just
very
a
small.
little. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
That's
we
good.
are training them on the type of waterer that they will eventually go to. So we have a nipple waterer. It's a heated water. So I live in the north. So we have
Mhm.
to think about in the wintertime keeping that water, from get icing up. So
Yes.
I have a heated waterer that also works as a cooler in the summertime. You can put ice in it and
Oh,
it keeps it
nice.
cool. I got
Yeah.
that from Premier One Poultry or Premier One fencing.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
I got one from there and one from Meyer Hatchery.
Okay.
And so they just peck at it and they get the water and it keeps it nice and clean. I can add a little bit of apple cider vinegar or
Mhm.
garlic to it. No problems. Uh,
Yeah.
it is again a pricier thing, but when you got time,
Yes.
as a factor, being a caregiver, it's kind of one of those. I don't have time to always go out and feed or fill up the feeders or fill up the waters. I need to
Yes.
put this a little bit more automatic for me with my
Yeah, because
schedule.
if you have a whole day of appointments for Sir Grace, I
Yes,
mean, you're not there. So that is like super that that seems like that works perfect for you.
it does. The
Absolutely.
cheaper way to do it, and I've done this too, is get a 5-gallon bucket,
Uh-huh.
get a white one because get the food grade, and
Yeah.
then just screw in, like, just drill holes, and then just put the little nipples on it, and then they'll drink off that too, and that'll save time and money as well.
Oh,
The
wow.
only
Nice.
thing though is that in the wintertime, that will ice up. So that's
Yeah.
my only
Yeah.
back to
Well,
that.
we're off grid, so we don't have like a constant source of power going out there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that would definitely,
Mhm.
but I'm not as far north as you are, even though we do have icy and cold mornings. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
This will be my first winter with chickens. So I
Yeah.
know you're going to have to leave in like 10 minutes. So
You're
I want you to talk about the poop board.
okay. So
Okay, because I have got to start. We are cleaning out the coop. That is, you know, Glenda
yeah.
said, I'll be glad to come on today. And she said, but I'm going to have to go after an hour. And I said, oh, me too, because I have chores to do. And one of them is we are cleaning out the entire coop. I
Oh,
have some sand, I have some brand new fresh straw, and
good.
I'm going to try to figure out what to do, what's going to be good for them that's better than what we have now.
Yeah.
So today would be a grand day for me to implement a poop board. If
Yes.
you could tell me what I need to do.
All right. So when I say this, it's not, it's not for everybody, but this works such a great way for me. So
Okay.
when we built the coop, I was looking at bigger coops. So this actually, if you have a bigger coop, this is going to work better than what it does for me because it was kind
Okay.
of hard
Okay.
for me to figure out. So I just took a piece of scrap wood, and you know where they have their roosts at,
Mhm.
you literally put that board underneath of their roost.
Okay.
Don't ever get rid of your feed bags
Okay.
ever,
Mhm.
ever. Line your walls of your coop.
Yeah.
I'm not no Joanna Gaines. My girls have they have leftover feed bags to
It's a
line their
paper
wall.
mache wall.
I know. Well, and it's got little chickens. I guess we have some pictures in there,
There you go. Our, yeah, family photos.
family photos. Thank you. feed bags, and maybe
Yeah.
we might have some horse ones because I get them from the farm too. But anyhow, so I line my poop board with a feed bag because if you have them pooping on wood, you have to get the scraper out. Who's
Yes.
got time to scrape? I
Who
mean,
wants
I'm
to?
sorry. Who's got time to scrape walls? Who's got time to scrape the poop board?
Yes.
Who's got time? If you got
Yeah.
time, come see me because I
Okay.
could use some help here.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know? So one of the things that and it's actually up on the channel, so you can go back and reference this. I've opened up the coop and shown it.
Okay.
It's way back in an older video, but I use a little bit of sweet PDZ and I put it down.
A little bit of what?
It's sweet PDZ, horse sweet PDZ.
Okay.
It's a zeolite.
Okay.
And you can, I need to go back and I'm going to fix this so you won't see it on the channel. But take a bowl, like a 1x, and run it on the side and box it in. And then just put your sweet PDZ in there.
Okay.
And then I use a cheap Dollar Tree kitty litter scooper.
Yes.
It takes me 30 seconds every day to scoop the poop out of my coop.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
have problems with flies. I don't have problems with smell. It really captures all of that. But taking 30 seconds every day just to clean that poop out. Now,
Yeah.
it does not, they have litter at the bottom. I've done the sand method. I love the sand method.
Uh-huh.
Currently, I'm using the hemp because I wanted to try it just
Yeah.
because I
Just to
know see what happens. And
Yeah.
it looks like every 6 months I'm going to have to clean that out. But it's just going to be a quick shovel and scoop it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
But that sweet PDZ or the horse PDZ has made
A difference.
Yeah, huge. So, and I know a lot of, like my neighbors with their coops, they do the deep litter method, and that works great for their coops too. And I'm
Okay.
totally cool with that as well.
Okay.
If I were to have their coops personally, I would line it with with the feed bags because I'm watching them scrape and I'm going, really? All you have to do is take those feed bags down and put new ones up.
Yes. Yes.
No time for scraping.
I'm definitely, you don't by chance know what the name of that older video is, do you?
I don't.
No, but it's just featuring your chicken coop.
I opened the coop up and I showed it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And then in the runs, the thing that especially in the bigger run, I put mulch down.
Yeah.
And that keeps the smell down.
Oh, okay. So to that, I had heard you mention that. So do you use a non-colored mulch? Because I know that some of them you can get like the red dye, the black dye.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh, up here, you've got red mulch, you've got brown mulch, you've got
the regular mulch. Oh, sorry. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm thinking in the coop. Sorry, my brain. I just get the cheapest mulch. I don't get color. I just add them.
You are putting it in the coop.
No, putting it in the run.
Oh, in the run. Okay.
If the run is getting stinky, it's too high in nitrogen.
Yeah.
So you need to add a carbon. And so I have a brush like chopper thing that I bought, a very cheap one. And when I put leaves in there, I'll mulch it all up. I'll take bark, shove that in there, make my own mulch. Yeah.
What is your thought on chicken tractors?
I have a daughter-in-law that is looking at it, and I think it's really smart if you have the property to do it, to run that up and down. Yeah, because they're going to be eating that grass and getting the bugs a little bit better. And then the other thing is that they're not staying in one area, and it also they'll fertilize your grass for you too.
Yes,
so I'm totally for that. And the way that I do my coop, I just kind of want to say this, is that it's not right for everybody. You have to set your coop up what makes sense for you. I have a lot of automatic things on my coop. I had to really put that caregiver mindset on and really think about that.
Yeah.
But there is so many ways to set up your coop.
Yes.
And there is no wrong way as long as they have a safe, dry, clean place, or not clean, but you know what I mean? A safe, dry
clean
place. And it's healthy environment. Run with it.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, D, I think you can get like
Yes,
wood chips. I think that would be even I don't want to say even better, but more along the natural of what they would
absolutely.
want to be around. Yeah, so that would be good too. I just love the poop board idea.
It is so
So
simple.
there's two main things that Joey has. We have two like posts inside there, and he's put two, one, well, he had two dowel rods that he had put across.
Yeah.
They weren't, they were just kind of offset.
Yes.
They actually weighted both of them down as they got bigger, so they both broke. So he put
Oh,
one dowel rod across and then a flat board on the second one. But I've noticed that, nobody wants to be downstairs, and I can't blame them. I don't want anybody pooping on my head in the middle of the night. So they
yes.
use the top one more. Um, so I'm gonna have to maybe put that poop board under there because I actually have two places where they can roost. We have a corner that has
Yeah.
just a dowel rod in it, and like they crowd on those things too at night. They snuggle up together. I've got like six that'll sit on one and five that'll sit on the other, and I'm like, guys, I've got a third one over here, but nobody wants to be over there by themselves. They all want to be
They
snuggled
wanna
together.
snuggle together. Yeah, I know. Isn't that weird?
It is.
I have one girl that will sleep by herself, but she, again, this is gonna make some of y'all laugh, but we found out that she had had a brain injury.
Mm,
So, that's actually kind of my fun story. My husband never wanted chickens.
never. Never. He said we are never having chickens.
And he said, "I will help you build the coop. I will help you build the run. I will support you."
Aw.
Then my free bird, my meal maker,
Yes.
Minnie, it was Minnie. She's a white Plymouth Rock. She started walking backwards and I couldn't figure out what was wrong with her. And my mom has a YouTube channel, so we put it out, and said, "Hey, anybody ever have dealt with this?" And
Yeah.
my response was put her in freezer camp. And I'm like, "No, not yet. We got to figure out what's wrong with her." And so I did take her to a vet and they did a neurological test of all things. And they said she had a brain injury. She had been pecked in the head too hard. And so she started walking backwards. Well, my husband had a brain injury serving our country. And
Mhm.
so they have a camaraderie.
And that was where his
That's
love
his gateway.
began. That
Minnie.
was where it began. That
Minnie. Yeah, and she follows him everywhere. She will not run up to me. She just kinda, like, looks up at me like, "What?"
yeah.
It's my husband, and she's like, "I'm there, best friend."
Yes. Oh my gosh. That is so amazing how I mean, number one, that is so amazing that he is so supportive, but was like, listen, it's not my thing, it's your thing,
Yeah,
but I am 100% behind you because Joey is the exact same way.
yeah,
Uh, when I started different kooky, crazy projects, he's like, listen, that's your thing. I'm going to let you do it, but I'm 100%, I will help you. I will go get what you need, or we will put things together that you need to, enact whatever it is that your mind has come up with. But the growing of the vegetables and all that, he's like, I'm just going to let you do that because you know what the plants need, all of that.
that's
And
how mine is with the garden too, same thing,
yes,
and then
yes.
and he goes, "I'll gladly eat what you preserve."
Oh, of course.
Of
Of
course,
course.
of course, gladly.
Have at it. Oh my gosh. But now that it has come full circle and he has been brought into it in a natural, organic way,
Yes.
I love that.
And it's been therapeutic for him. I was talking to somebody that in within the city council, and she's really encouraging me to go ahead and have that conversation because it has been therapeutic for him. And
Yes.
in a weird way, it's gotten him to get out of the house a little bit more, even if it's just out to the chickens.
Yes.
It's been good for him. He's not a social bug in any way, shape, or form, and that has to do with his brain injury.
Mm-hmm.
So, but to have the chickens, it's just really odd how that they can do that for somebody, you know?
Yes, yes. And it's nice when um you don't put too much on somebody, but somebody that is used to being uh in charge, so to
Yeah,
speak,
yeah,
or
he
doing
was.
their own thing for themselves,
Yeah,
and to go to not being able to do much. If you just introduce something that's just a little something that you take care of,
yeah.
it really changes their whole mindset.
It really does, and I kinda wonder if my neighbors knew that when they came down and knocked on the door and said, "Glenda, do you want chickens?"
Yes. You know what? Maybe they did. Maybe they did. But that was, like you said, it was all in God's plan.
It
How it
really
all
was.
how it all fell together for you to love chickens, want chickens, and then
Now
get
he's
to have them.
and
Yeah.
he picked out one of our the breeds from for our chickens, this new batch. He didn't want anything to do with it the first batch. The second
Mhm.
one, he's like, "Oh, Glenda, I really want this one." And
Yes.
I like the little floofy on the head.
I was gonna say, do you have any of the ones that have the decorative puff and the decorative feet? Because I've
Yes,
heard
we have
they're
one, and her name is Glinda.
oh, Glinda.
I'm like, "Could you not come up with a better name?"
Yeah. It's okay. My dad and stepmom have two little small dogs. They named one of them Ginger. I was like, really? You had so much to choose from. Why did you have to name the dog after me? But they did ask me first, and I was like, yeah, if you want to name her Ginger, go ahead. That's fine.
Well,
I'll always be around. You'll never forget me because I'm right there.
oh my goodness. Well, I wanted to name her Cruella, which is totally not her personality. It'd be
Right.
ironic to name her Cruella. She's very gentle, very docile, likes to be pet, likes to be held. So she's not a Cruella, but she's black and white.
Yes.
And she's got the little poof
She
like
looked she looked like she needed to be in 101 Dalmatians, right?
she's got the spots all over her.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
she's a beautiful, beautiful little girl.
Yes, yes. Oh, listen to Joey, if the paw fits.
If the puffin.
Well, we're gonna close this down. We're gonna have to do another in-depth chicken
Anytime.
TikTok live stream. But I know that Glenda has an appointment that she needs to leave her house for.
Yeah. Yep.
And I have a chicken coop that I've now got some great ideas for. Thank you so much.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it. I mean, I love sharing the love, sharing the knowledge, what works for you. And if it doesn't work for me, I mean, I'll be honest and let you know, and we'll come up with something else. But the good
Absolutely.
Lord, I think, sounds like it could work for anybody.
It really has made a huge difference, and really this was based on a much bigger coop than mine. So it was very difficult for me to come up with this, how I would set mine up, but it is if I can do it and you're interested, I'm sure you can figure it out too.
Yes, yes, it would be easy. Oh my gosh, everybody's saying great live. So
Oh,
we've given out
wonderful.
lots of good information. And now, Scott, I hope you're still in here because Jesse's going to name his first rooster after him.
Oh my. Oh my.
Yeah, here goes. This is going to start a whole new something that's probably going to continue into Scott's. Oh, yes, Scott rambling at the Brums in 1 hour. He has his Procrastination Thursday. So don't forget to go over there and check him out. Usually I run really long, but we're going to cut it off a little earlier than normal today. And usually I lead right into him, give you like 20 minutes to go get some lunch, and then he starts. So, anyways, rooted in Texas, Nina and Boyce, we love you guys, and I'm very sorry for your loss. So, our thoughts and prayers are with you both. So, you guys take care. And if you need anything, your whole YouTube family around here, we're all here for you. So,
Absolutely.
anyways, Glenda, you are awesome. Who said that? Jamie? Joe Fix It For You said that.
Oh.
Sorry, Joe. I didn't mean to identify you as the wrong sex. That's a fun story too, how Joey had to go get his license fixed. So maybe that'll be for another day, though. Okay. We will let you guys go. Thank you all for stopping in. Don't forget to go over and check out Glenda's Saucy September video, and also don't forget to check out her coop video where she takes you on a tour through her chicken coop if you want to look through there. So anyways, we love you guys, and we'll see you at Scott's. Bye.
Bye.